Sadly, my sister and I have never had a close relationship. Growing up, I didn't have a sincere love and care for my sister because she's threatening.
She was aware that I had a brain aneurysm that took me out of work.
How many siblings were there?
Together, there are 16 of us. I was not spoiled. I was treated like the Cinderella. You know, I did the cleaning, I did the laundry, whatever was asked and told of me.
Your sisters, you've been there for each other.
No, we have not.
Plaintiff Allison McNeil claims her sister put an electric bill in her name and never paid the bill. She's suing her sister for $3,500. Defendant Ingrid Smith claims her sister promised to take care of the bill while she was hospitalized. She says she owes nothing.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. The Honorable Judge Jerry Springer now presiding. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Najee.
This is case number 008 on the docket. McNeil versus Smith. Sorry, Judge.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's hard to remember a name like Smith. Okay, welcome to both of you. We have the plaintiff, Allison McNeil, and you are suing, you're suing your sister, Ingrid Smith, for $3,500 for an unpaid electricity bill.
Okay, Your Honor, she accrued an electric gas bill in my name and never attempted to pay the bill.
Why was it in your name?
Initially, it started back, let me share a little bit of history.
Yes.
I was a victim of domestic dispute. I had a boyfriend then living with me. He refused to leave my home, so I had to take it to court just to have him removed.
Got it.
So we had to take it to domestic violence.
Yes.
So I was, during the trial of that domestic dispute,
yes,
they offered me a housing voucher. It was a housing voucher for a low subsidy rent.
A subsidy for rent someplace.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So that was one option, and then my sister said, "Oh, you could come." She had just recently moved to her location, and she offered a room at her place.
Oh, so
on the
she
condition,
said to you, you could come and stay with her. Okay.
On the condition that I have the electric bill in my name. I opted to go with a housing voucher instead.
Okay.
Now, as you will see, Your Honor, on the Exhibit A, on the second page, the housing voucher was low subsidized rent. I had to pay part of the rent, but it also included the electric bill. So there was no charge for me to pay electric or gas. That was included with the rent.
For the place where you were living?
Yes, that's on page 2 of the Exhibit A. So I moved in. I resided there for an entire year.
Just so I get it clear, when she said to you you could move in with her, you decided not to, you said because you didn't want to have to pay the electric bill there?
No, not because of that. I just decided it would be better for me to just have my own place, my own space.
Oh, okay.
So I never resided with her. I moved into my own place. Several months later, she came to me. She had received a, what do you call it, a rebate for the electricity company. It was a small amount, a rebate check.
Yes.
And she brought it to my attention, and I said, oh, because I totally forgot about that.
Yes.
And so I said, well, why is it going to your home address? But it was addressed to me, but to her address. And it was a small rebate amount, so I had cashed it. And then I said, okay, well, you got to take care of this bill. She assured me then, oh, yeah, don't worry, I will take care of the bill. I'm paying the bill regularly. I said, but I'm going to be moving soon, so it has to be cleared.
When did she ask you to put your name on her electric bill?
That was before I moved into the housing subsidy housing, the low income. That was before I moved in there.
So her electric bill has been in your name for how long?
From probably since, I believe it was 2016.
Oh, for years?
Yeah, for a couple of years now.
And over the years, who has been paying this bill?
She was supposed to have been taking care of it, but...
Well, if it's been several years, she must have been paying it some of the time, otherwise it would have been a lot more than $3,000.
I assume so, yes. At the time that it first brought to my attention...
Were you ever paying the electric bill?
I did.
Oh, so you were paying it?
I were paying. I had a brain aneurysm that took me out of work.
Oh, I see.
So she was aware that I could not pay the bill. Okay, because if I was in a hospital, I couldn't go nowhere and pay the bill. Or to getting funds to pay it. I just left my job with a brain aneurysm.
I see.
So I had no way of paying. I went to work and left work, going to the trauma center to have immediate surgery. So therefore, I know I couldn't pay a bill.
Did the plaintiff agree at that time to pay the bill?
She had to agree if she wouldn't have it turned on.
I never.
You
She
turned it
had
on
to
in your
agree?
name. I didn't know you turned it on in your name. Why not my name?
As you explained to me, that because there was an outstanding bill from your previous home where our mother was with you, you said that bill was way too high, so you couldn't have it turned
Yeah,
back
because
on in
all
your
she
name.
wanted to do was be in heat. She wanted to be hot.
Okay,
She was
and
always
I
cold.
understand that. I understand that. But having the bill in my name was on the condition that I stayed with you, and I said, no, okay, I'm going to take the housing voucher. And then you said, okay, don't worry, just have it turned on, and then I will turn it back off once it gets running. Then I get my money from my disability claim. When that come in, then I'll take care of it and clear it and have it turned over in my name. That was my understanding.
Someone owes $3,000, right?
Yes,
And it's in your name.
yes.
And what are they doing to, so as far as they know, you owe the money.
Yes.
I'm not saying what the agreement was with you, the sisters, but as far as the electric company knows, you owe the money.
Yes.
And what are they doing? How long have they been trying to get you to pay the $3,000? That's a lot to keep.
Yes.
And have they cut off your
I've
electricity?
only been saved due to this pandemic. They've put everything on a temporary hold. But I keep receiving these shut-off notices, sir,
I
as
see.
you can see in Exhibit C. And it's threatening, it's upsetting, and it's affecting my credit score.
Got it.
So every month I'm receiving these shut-off notices, shut-off notices, and that's very alarming, upsetting. I can't afford this. And I go down there and I say, well, can I do a payment plan? But I refuse to do a payment plan because I'll never be able to afford this $3,000 bill. It's not my bill.
All right.
You know?
So we get down to the basis of what this suit is. You needed help, and your sister was willing to put the electric bill in
Her name.
her name so that it could get turned on initially because of credit issues. But your sister is saying that even though she agreed to have the bill put in her name so that the electricity could be turned on.
If I was to move there, Your Honor.
Right.
You don't have to go down there to have them turn it on.
So you thought she was going to have your name taken off?
Yes, that's what she told me. She assured me that she would have it turned, disconnected. It won't
So
go
now
no further than
I
that.
understand now how this all happened. Now I want to get into your relationship here. Your sisters. You have a shared history. Just from the stories you're relating to me, you've been there for each other.
No, we have not.
Tell me about that.
No. Sadly, my sister and I have never had a close relationship.
Oh.
She's about 10, 12 years
How
older
many
than myself.
siblings were there?
Together, there are 16 of us.
16 of you?
Yes, but only 2 girls. I was not spoiled.
Yeah,
I
I
was
know.
treated like the Cinderella in the
Yeah.
picture. You know,
Yeah.
I did the cleaning, I did the laundry, whatever was asked and told of me. I do have a sincere love and care for my sister because she's my sister. I never disrespect her, I never cursed her. That's not in my heart. However, growing up, I always felt with her and my mother, they had the close relationship. They had the tight bond. I was always like the third wheel, you know, just there. I can relate as far back as to there were times when we had the girls' day out on the weekends, my mother, sister, and myself, we would go out. They were always, you know, going shopping. I didn't have a job. I was just in high school or middle school. So they would do the shopping and buy whatever they wanted for themselves. I was never given anything.
Wow.
I could go back as far as to the day of my high school graduation. Now, here I am in the top 10 percentile of my graduating class. I needed to be there ahead of time so I can move, you know, march in with the procession and have my rightful seat. The day of my graduation, okay, my mother and my sister, they sat there and they ridiculed the outfit I was wearing, the dress. There was no special dress, no special shoes, nothing special for me. I remember I had to put on stockings that had rips and tears in it. And then I said, Mom, I have to get to the graduation. You know, I have to be there ahead of time. Well, what you going to tell me for? Go ahead and take the bus. My sister had a car. I know that when I reached there to the place of the graduation, I already missed the procession marching in, so I could not sit up front where I was rightfully, you know, my place was to do because they already marched in. And then right after that, you know, everyone wanted to go out and celebrate. No, I was pushed in the car and rushed back home. My father, who I miss dearly, he died the year that I graduated, so he wasn't able to attend my graduation.
When you hear this, I mean, obviously this is years ago.
Yeah.
And the way you just talk about it you're carrying this pain for many years. And when, I'm not here to judge what happened at graduation day. What I am noticing is there's a lot of history that is behind this whole dispute over an electric bill. When you hear that, what is your reaction?
I had to take care of my mom. My mom was sick. So coming out of a nursing home to my home, okay, I had to work. There's nobody there that's going to sit with her. I can't afford to pay someone to come in and watch her while I'm at work. I have to work.
That was not something she had to ask. I did it too. I had a dedication, a heart for my mom.
I see two sisters from the same family with a lot of wounds and resentments that become part of a family life, along with good things that happen in a family. These are some of the, and you're still carrying it, and yet the case is coming before me, which has to do with an electric bill, and I see, just my observation, is basically the electric bill is just the symptom of the deeper issue, which is what is happening to the relationship between both of you. I can't settle that issue. Only you two can figure out how you want the remainder of your life to be spent in terms of the relationship of sisters. You feel the pain, I get it. However, I have to decide on the electric bill because there's no written down contract. There was just a conversation with you, and what I notice is you guys are speaking past each other because you both have your individual pain. So you don't always hear what the other person is saying. So you believed she was going to take care of the bill. You believed that, no, you're not taking care. I understand what you're saying. You never intended in your mind to actually pay for it. It was just, you can put my name on it if I move in, but now I'm not moving in, so there's no reason to have my name on it.
That's right. May I say one more thing, please, Your Honor? My sister also assured me that she was expecting to receive several lump sums of money, okay, which she did receive. So me trusting my sister to take care of this bill when this money come in, she still never took care of the bill. And that's what hurts me. That's why we're really here. I said, wait a minute, now I'm not going to go on with this covering this thing over my head. When this pandemic thing clear up, PSE&G is going to shut you off. They don't want to hear nothing. Because like you said, this has gone on for a couple of years now. Yeah. You got the notices, and you haven't made any attempt to put a dent in this bill. I can't receive the assistance because of my salary. You know, they go according to your salary. So I would never be qualified for the salary assistance for this bill. However, my sister received lump sum of money at different points in time, and she still never took care of the bill. So I feel betrayed. She's damaged the trust I had in her and her word. Okay, and she still preferred to come here to put our business out here instead of taking care of the bill, which she said that she would.
You have sued her for the amount of $3,500.
Yes, sir.
And do you, just as a side thought, do you have any thought that she has the ability, not that you should pay, but that there's any way she can...
No, not now, no.
She has no obligation to pay the utility for where you live. She has no obligation, and for what looks like a couple of years now, she is being stuck with the bill because $3,500 is a lot of months' electricity for where you live, right? So she has been paying your electric bill. I'm not saying you don't have tough times in your life. I'm just saying she has been paying your electric bill for several years. And she has no obligation to do that. At some point, when these bills are coming and they're mailed to your place, at some point, the conversation should have come up, hey, wait a second. Who is paying this? Why is the bill mounting to $3,500? So I fined for the plaintiff for $3,500.
Like I said, I had a brain aneurysm, so therefore, it's impossible for me to have paid a bill with a brain aneurysm. I hadn't even been released from the hospital. Where was I going to get money from at that point?
I will never in the future allow anyone to put a bill in my name.
I believe my sister and I will reconcile our relationship.
It will take some time because I'm still hurt and I feel betrayed. But yes, I'm hopeful. I believe it will. She's my one and only sister.
Hey, YouTube, thanks for watching. For more Judge Jerry, click here. For more Jerry Springer, click here.